Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us for today's LA Galaxy Media Call with LA Galaxy head coach Greg Vanney. We'll get started. We'll start with the first question with Josh Gessman. Josh, go ahead.
Thanks, Vicky. Greg, I was hoping you could give us an update on Chicharito. I think we saw a picture of him perhaps in Dallas with you. Can you confirm that and tell us what you think about his possible inclusion?
If he's in Dallas, I'm unaware of it, but hopefully he's somewhere. But no, he's not in Dallas. He's that I know of. Like I said, he's training.
Okay.
We got good news back from his follow-up MRI. He's in a good spot. But now we need to do some work on the field. We need to get some training logged, some things like that to make sure that as he returns, we take the right steps. So right now he's not with us.
And I just wanted to also about the mindset heading into Dallas. Dallas seems a little bit of an enigma whenever I look at them. They're struggling in the Western Conference, but they haven't lost a game at home yet. So it seems like a pretty difficult game to sort of walk into as the third game of a 3-game road trip. How do you think the mindset of the players are and sort of just the recovery of everybody on a short turnaround?
Yeah, I think, to answer the first part, or the last part first, I think the mindset is good for the group. I think, guys went out, we trained light today just to get stuff in. Guys are in a good spot. Recovery is going pretty well. I think, the guys they understand that they don't have to be ready today. They got to be ready tomorrow. But everybody came out of the last game in a good spot. And so, just regrouping physically between now and then. So I think the mentality of the group is that they're ready to go play again. They're excited about that opportunity. As for Dallas, yeah, they are, they haven't had the best of seasons. They've struggled on the road for sure. They haven't won many games at home, but they've certainly proven hard to beat at home. So, for us, again, I think many things are focusing on ourselves and some of the things that we need to be better at. Just, again, I think in last game, there's still too many little inefficiencies in our game. Things that cost us having to work extra that I thought last game cost us goals that are forcing guys to have to work more than they should. And we're breaking down in opportunities, things like that. They're little things. They're little things about us resting in bad spots. They're little things about us not picking up guys in a wall pass situation. There's lots of these little losing possessions on the first pass that then turn into transitions the other way. There's these little like death by 1,000 paper cuts kind of thing that we've got to tighten up. And some of that just comes from mental fatigue. Some of that can come from other things. But as a group, we have to tighten those things up as we continue to move forward. And the third game in a week isn't going to be any easier when it comes to the fatigue side of things. So we really need to be sharp mentally and make good sound decisions, make sure that we stay connected. And when we're resting with the ball, or we're resting in good defensive spots, things like that, where we don't expose ourselves. And we did a little bit too much of that, the other night.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, Josh, and a very happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Josh.
Thank you.
We'll go with Damian Calhoun next. Damian, go ahead.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Damien.
Today is not my birthday, so sorry.
Way too coincidental, yeah.
Whenever you go to Dallas, I guess weather is always a big factor. But with this game being 7:30 local time, still you expect a hot. How do you sort of, prepare the group, and how does the weather sort of affect the way you use your subs throughout the game?
Yeah, it'll still be humid. It'll be warm. The sun will be kind of in setting mode, I think. So again, as I kind of went back to before, the inefficiencies and the efficiencies of the game become really important. Us taking care of the ball when we have it, not losing it lackadaisically. Again, how we rest, when we choose to press, when we choose to use our energy and all that kind of stuff is just imperative. And again, third game in a week, the conditions that can be humid and warm, these are things that are they're important, because as you make those little mistakes, the repercussion of the mistakes is you have to run more, you have to work harder, sometimes you have to recover faster, things like that. So we need to be sharp and attentive to those things. Really taking care of the ball is the best way to do that. Still being purposeful and efficient about our creating goal scoring chances and putting away our chances when we get them. So how will it impact our subs? It really will be determined on first how guys are as we go into tomorrow and how guys are feeling as we set the group going into the game. And second, again, if we can be efficient and we can control the game or keep the game under control in many ways, then that bodes well for guys getting deeper into the game. Last game in Salt Lake as an example, in the second half, there were a couple moments where we thought we needed to get a guy or two off, but then the game stalled because of an injury or because of something for a few minutes, and that allowed guys to get another 5 to 6 minutes down into the half. So I kind of play that as we'll see how the game goes and the rhythm of the game and how guys are feeling as the game progresses.
And everybody came through Wednesday's game healthy and available for tomorrow?
Yeah, everyone's healthy, capable of playing. A couple of bumps and bruises, and broken noses, but things like that. Yeah, things will be okay.
All right, thanks.
Things will be all right. They don't need their noses for anything. So.
Yeah, you don't need them.
Thank you, Damon. We'll go with Larry Morgan next. Larry, go ahead.
Unmute myself. Hi, Coach. It's not my birthday either.
Larry.
And Josh has a long way to go to catch me in that regard anyway. I have a two-part question. One, can you talk about the road trip so far? Has it been what you expected? Has it been maybe a little bit tougher than you expected? And two, what can you take from the last meeting you had with Dallas? They really pressured you after halftime. It was kind of dicey for a while.
Yeah, I think the trip in general has been good. I mean, it's felt a little bit long as it goes to like in-season road trips. It's felt a little long, but the group is easy and nobody is complaining or anything like that. So the group is easy in that way, and the guys enjoy each other. So it's been pleasant from that regard. We've played games, we've got our training and recovery. We're kind of in a rhythm and in a mode now of just get to the next game and prepare and play. As far as Dallas, again, I thought we had some good possession and good creation of opportunities, especially in the first half. I thought as we came out in the second half, the intensity level drops a little bit from our side. The speed at which we move, they increased their speed at which they're pressing us and putting us under, and we didn't match that in terms of our intensity to open up and create opportunity or create passes for each other or solutions for each other, and that started to catch up with us a little bit in that half. And that was, again, when I talk a little bit about intensity from the group the last two games, I felt like we still have more intensity to add to what we're doing. For me, it can't be an excuse of altitude or weather or heat or whatever the intensity the game demands. We need to make sure that we have that. And I felt like a little bit in that second half, in LA, they stepped out and started pressing us, and then we need to match that intensity level, the speed at which they're pressing. We have to be working just as hard to create good passing lanes and opportunities and solutions for each other. And I thought we got a little complacent, maybe because we were up, and we need to be sharper with that. Again, that's putting together complete games and not just getting ahead and winning games, but actually putting together complete performances. So. I think that's the expectation. It's something we've been talking about this week. Again, is our intensity level is, throughout games and to start games, but throughout games is got to be higher. And same thing from last game as well. It got better when we had to chase it a little bit at 2-1, and I thought our intensity level became better. We're closer to where it should be, and we started to get control of the game and play a little more proactively. And we need to be in that spot. It doesn't matter if it's the third game or it's humid or hot outside. We've got to be the one setting the level of intensity in the game.
Thank you, Larry. We'll go with Gio Garcia next. Gio, go ahead.
Hey, Greg. Hope everything's well. I wanted to ask about Rayan. Obviously, he's been amazing with his head. I'm just curious, did you guys know that he was a great goal scorer, header? Before he came here, and then to add to that, are you guys looking forward to run set pieces for him because how good he is in the air?
So knew he was very capable in air. Knew he was an excellent jumper, and his timing has proven to be phenomenal in terms of being patient and reading where the play is going to go, where the ball is going to go, and attacking it. Obviously, his heading technique has proven to be good. It wasn't one of the strengths or one of the things we really thought we were getting when we were getting Rayan, because he was just not often in that position with his previous team. So it's been a pleasant surprise. It's a quick story. I don't know if I've shared this with you guys, but the first game that he arrived, he'd only been here for a short period of time, and we were doing our set piece preparation for the game. And we held him just outside of the box in a little bit more defensive position. And he says, "Okay, I will do this for this game, but next game I'm in there." And so he's proceeded to score 3 goals in 3 games by being in there. So he informed us quickly that he was capable of doing it, and he's answered that call. So it's been a pleasant thing. We will run our plays, and we'll use different guys, but obviously for sure he's a capable target. The play we ran the other day when the goalkeeper made a save was specifically set up for him in that spot, and the guys executed, and Sasha put the ball right where it needed to be, which gave us an opportunity. The keeper makes a great save. But it's another weapon that we're happy to have. It wasn't something that we necessarily knew specifically that we were getting.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Gio. We'll go with Sophie Nicolau next. Sophie, go ahead.
Thanks, Vicky. Hey, Coach. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Epic. Thank you. So one of the things fans, I think, really love to know is they love to be a fly on the wall. And you guys are on the road, and you've got quite a long road trip right now. As a coach, aside from the training and the intensity of preparing for matches, what kind of stuff do you do to keep the group together, take them off their phones, but kind of connect as a team? Ted Lasso's released today. You guys going to be watching that tonight. What kind of stuff do you guys do to integrate as a group when you're on the road like this, to just kind of stay connected with each other, aside from the football side of things?
Yeah, I mean, candidly, with our group, we haven't done a ton on this particular road trip. For me, sometimes with our group in particular, I feel like if I stay away and less is more, and they have some time on their own, and they can not feel like they're on the road as much and have organized things and their time scheduled all the time, then that is sometimes for me that's a good thing. We have our meals together. Sometimes at meals we'll put on the NBA finals, or we'll put on games, or we'll do stuff where we hang out. Guys will sit around the tables for another 30 minutes after dinner and just sit and talk. And so and we are we're kind of mingled in that as coaches and staff, and talking with the guys is a very, very fluid and open group. It's not like we have to manufacture ways to get together. I just feel like this group is very easy that way, and they enjoy each other. So they've been great. In the past, we've done things. We've created Jeopardy games, and we've done different things that
cool.
Guys have fun with. Yeah, and the topics and things typically have to do with either guys' experiences or different things that they have to know a little bit about each other. And so we've done different things along the way. This trip, we haven't done much. I think it's we're working through the grind, and I think giving guys some time to just recover and relax and get ready for the next one.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah. Okay.
We have one last one with Robert Jalen. Robert, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Good afternoon. Thank you.
Oh, how are you?
So, Samuel Grandsir has been game by game picking it up and playing better. Hit the post a couple times. Is there anything you're telling him in particular? Has he expressed frustration about not getting that goal?
He's not. First thing to know about Sam is he's a really fun-loving guy. Like, he's not super intense in terms of emotionally intense around us or gets too caught up. He smiles, he laughs. Lots of things are joking. He's fun. So you don't really see him wear pressure on his face or talk about pressure too much in that way. I see it when he plays that he's really looking for the goal, and he's forcing sometimes those opportunities to try to score. That's where I see it come out of him. But in our environment, he's very relaxed and he's very easygoing, and he's like kind of that lightning rod for smiles in our group. And so, but I do think his directness, his effort, his commitment to trying to create the final action, how direct he's going at fullbacks now, and his running to get behind. We sat down a few weeks ago and had a discussion just to try to, again, take maybe a little bit of frustration off of him and get him into a good spot. And we had a great conversation, and I think he's felt a little bit lighter. Kind of coincides with the fact that they had their baby, and that's kind of settled now, and he knows everybody's okay. There's a lot of things that are sometimes going on in the guys' lives that we don't all know about, and when those things settle, guys get a little bit lighter and start to perform a little bit better. And look, he's got 3 assists. He's had some good opportunities. It's going to come from because he's capable and he knows what he's doing on the field, and he continues to improve within the group, and that's the positive in this. And so, for me, he helped change the game the other night, because when we switched him to the other side, that side really just shut down, and he and Victor started to find each other a little bit, which I thought started to create some problems for the opposition and help us to turn the tide of the game a bit there when we were down 2-0.
Thanks so much, Coach. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, everyone.
And everybody else whose birthdays.
Thank you, guys. That's all we have for today with LA Galaxy head coach Greg Vanney. Again, the Galaxy play tomorrow against FC Dallas at Toyota Stadium at 5:30 p.m. Pacific on Spectrum Sportsnet. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or Kevin. Again, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, Vicky.
Happy birthday, Josh.
Thanks, Vicky.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Josh.
Thanks, guys.